So what we have here is a harmony, which is in rough shape. What we're going to try and do is fix this little hump from about the 12th through the 16th frets or somewhere around there, which is causing the strings to fret out. So we're going to stick an iron on it and see what happens. So my thought here is I'm going to use the iron to heat up the glue under the fretboard, and then I'm going to try and slip some spatulas and maybe a Japanese saw under there to get rid of some of the material that's causing it to be high down there. I could do a full neck reset on this thing, but it's probably just not worth it, and it may get to that, or I may just steam the full fretboard off and do it that way. But we'll see what I can do with kind of just steaming up the lower part of the fretboard and seeing if I can get some material out of there that will allow me to flatten this fretboard. All right, after heating it up, I was able to pull the fretboard off of the top a little bit. And I'm going to try and remove some material from that fretboard from the underside somehow to get it down lower and then re-glue it. So we'll see how that works. I've never done this before. Usually I take the whole neck off. So now I'm pulling this Japanese saw across the bottom of the fretboard up against the fretboard as best I can, trying to move some extra material without destroying the binding, the frets, the top, whatever. I don't really care if it gets hurt a little bit, but anyway, we'll see how this works. Well, here's where we stand. I think I got rid of the hump. We'll see. I'm not permanently gluing this down yet because I may have gotten rid of too much of the hump. So I'm just kind of clamping it, let the fretboard settle in next to the top. And then what I'll do is, depending on how it sets up, I'll glue it down. I may have to add maybe some shims, but that's what I'll do. And to those haters who are saying, why the heck are you leaving the strings on? Because you wouldn't believe how handy it is to have strings on the guitar for the iron to rest on so it doesn't fall in the sound hole, to kind of hold whatever you're clamping on the fretboard down. And so they're old strings, they'll have to be replaced anyway, but I'm just keeping them on as long as possible, and it's not hurting anything. And then it helps me kind of dial in the action and everything and see if we're okay once I take the clamp out and we see where things are at. So that's the update on the harmony with the hump at the body joint in the fretboard.